Overcoming fear. How to step out of your comfort zone. Number one, surround yourself with confident people. Sometimes instead of them intimidating you, they'll grow you, they'll challenge you to want to go make yourself better. So it's important to be with such people, winners, movers and shakers, people that inspire you, people that are making things happen. They could be your peers, they could be older than you, but try and be in those types of circles as much as you can. And where do you find those circles, Sbu? You ask. Network, buy these tickets. These events start anything from 100 rands. Some events, kokasi, you can be paying 50 rands. Some events are actually even free. Some events are organized by these big companies. Go to more seminars, workshops, symposiums, exhibitions, things that are around what you do, the type of work that you do. Try and network with individuals that are like-minded. And then as soon as you go to those type of circles, don't only just go to groove. Try and go to other circles that grow you. And for you to be able to do that, you need to invest in yourself. You need to pay to get into those types of events. Get into a new circle of people, meet new friends. Upgrade yourself, upgrade your lifestyle. Take the game to the next level. It's 2024. Come on, let's go. Intentionally associating with confident people and being in their space challenges the subconscious to take the risks and also helps to breed confidence in the minds of those who tend to be timid and withdrawn. Associative transformation is an immersive strategy that engages the conscious and subconscious dimensions of the mind, which can lead to behavior modification. Number two, take it step by step. It's one brick at a time. As we always said, more fire our company. One can at a time, one fridge at a time, one client at a time, one year at a decade, one decade in a century. We will get there. It's a vision. We've got a foresight. We know where we're going. So we know that we take things as we go every day. You gotta be completing those daily tasks. You gotta be meeting those deadlines. You gotta be improving every day. You gotta be moving at least one step a day. You can't just be stationary, guys. Trying something new can feel extremely daunting. What can make it even scarier is looking at people who have been doing it for years and thinking that you have to perform at that same level upon starting. To combat this, break down a new task or project into several mini steps. Focus on completing the first step. Share your work with the best friend or other people who are in the same field as you, and see what they think, and then just go from there. Number three, consider the worst that could happen. Confidence, guys. Confidence is built over time, and your little wins are extremely important in boosting your confidence. That's why you have to celebrate those small wins. Not everybody celebrates those small wins, but if you want to be somebody that grows, you want to create moments around your small wins. You want to create content around your small wins. You want to create a positive vibration around your small wins. You want to create memories that get embedded in your mind so that in the future you can always tap into those moments, because they'll keep on building your confidence to want the next win and the next win, etc. And remember that confidence is built over time. Achieving confidence starts with a courageous step, followed by consistent action. To step out of your comfort zone regarding something, you can ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I do this? Maybe it's just that you may be slightly uncomfortable for a bit. Then ask, what's the best thing that could happen? And if it is something that lights you up, then just go for it. Stop focusing on the worst that could happen. Instead, focus on the best that could happen out of it. And people that want to talk you out of the best that could happen, that want to keep on telling you about the worst that could happen, what if you fail, what if this doesn't work out? Yes, others, maybe they care about you, they're members of your family, but sometimes rather focus more on the great things that could happen, positive outcomes. Rather convince yourself it's already happened. Plant those pictures when that it's already happening, and you're celebrating that even before it happens while you're still putting in the work. So those daily barking, those little step-by-step moments or courageous moves or action. As I always say, ACT, act, because action changes things. Those actions, those small actions build your confidence over time. Number 4, start small to create these habits. A good tip is to start small steps. The brain is designed to conserve energy. When the brain realizes that the demand for the effort is not too big, it is more easily willing to perform it. When it succeeds, the reward system is activated, and this triggers motivation. When the brain feels motivated, it is easier to produce the necessary changes and habits or implement new actions at all times. Guys, it's all about acting. As I've already said on number 3, ACT, action changes things. So start small. Never be afraid to start small. I've been saying it, even with this YouTube thing. I said, start your own YouTube channel. Start recording from your own phone. You'll make your channel better as you go. You'll buy better cameras, you'll buy better phones, better lighting, better material, makeup, weaves, whatever content that or props or tools that you're going to use to better your page and make your offering better for your following. But in the beginning, don't overthink it. Just start small with your phone. It doesn't even have to be at a fancy place. Just put in raka kamombrau kapa ikethenisi nje la imuvu vele uqala into yakho. Noma ngabe uyagwerana, noma ngabe uyicomedian, uKing Nuba, noma ngabe umavusana vo. Understand? Noma ngabe uSis Maria, noma ngabe uSkomoda. Just start doing your thing. That which you undermine about yourself, you think it's a disability, it's something bad, or it's something to be ashamed of, it's something that embarrasses you. That's your superpower. Tap into it and turn it into a positive. Mhlawumbe ushangekhanda elomjobholozi ngathi ujomo sona, ngathi bathini ujomo ekasi bese babiza bojomo abashangekhanda elibheke in future. That's your superpower. Umakapambazo, uzibiza umakapambazo ku social media uvela ubatshele ngizanikapa nina ngale khanda. Understand? Like, just own your other people look at it in a bad way, own it and turn it into a positive feature about yourself, because that is your superpower, Mtansekaya. So start small and keep on performing those daily little actions. Reward yourself for doing uncomfortable things. Make a list of things that make you uncomfortable. Continue to add to the list. Beside each task or item, place a reward. Make it a daily or weekly practice to tackle one thing from your list. As you conquer one item, reward yourself with the corresponding reward from your list. You must always reward you. I've already said it on the two steps ago, and I said, celebrate your little wins. Reward yourself. Buy yourself gifts. Take yourself out. When you've got a little bit of money, instead of just taking that money to go buy the most expensive outfit, the most expensive sneakers, upgrade your car, rather take that money and travel with your significant other or with your family, or just take yourself out by yourself. Go to Durban, go to Cape Town, go to Limpopo, go to Mpumalanga, go to Zimbabwe, go to Namibia, go to the Vic Falls, Dar es Salaam, go to Nigeria, go to Congo, go somewhere, go explore, go to Egypt, go to Ethiopia. Just go away. Whatever you can afford, reward yourself. And they always say, traveling opens up your mind. It is a window to the world. It inspires you on things that when you get back home, you can get back and implement. It's not just those celebrations where you're just only popping champagne. And that's also nothing wrong about that. You'd rather do that, maybe get a couple of your friends or your teammates or the people that are assisting you on your dream. Get them together and celebrate them and thank them. And make it a celebratory moment. It doesn't have to be at an expensive restaurant, but reward yourself for doing uncomfortable things. And do uncomfortable things that get you out of your comfort zone, guys. Number 6, tune into your desired reality. An actionable tip that those who prefer familiarity can implement today to step out of their comfort zone is to tune into their desired reality, mentally, visually. See that success that you are so longing for. See that marriage that you are so longing for. See that graduation that you are so longing for. See that future life that you are so longing for. Other people call it manifestation, but see it visually in your mind. That's why they call us crazy, because we're already seeing our success. We're seeing our future. The actual physical real people just have to catch up, because you see it in your mind. So always see your desired reality, the type of life that you would like to live. You can even write it down, how you see that life. I'm thankful for waking up in the morning. The year is 2020 or is 2033. I've got 4 children. I've got 5 cars. One is a Bentley, which is black. The other one is a classic 1945, whatever. I'm seeing my 3 beautiful children's eyes. and then I'm seeing the other two walk into the room running. Elizabeth has gained a bit of weight now. She looks a bit bigger than she was last year. I need to tell her mother to stop feeding her more sweets. Tutuzi, I can see, is starting to become more clever. He's loving soccer even more. Oh, what a handsome little boy. I'm so blessed to have such a family, Lord. Even though before that happens, visualize it and write it down and read that statement on a daily basis. If it's your graduation that you're seeing, write it down as if it has already happened in your future tense, in your future that you're seeing in your mind. And then write it down and then verbalize it, read it. Convince your subconscious mind that it has already happened. It's extremely, extremely important for you guys to tune into your desired reality. But the most important thing, most people call it the law of average, but the most important thing that a lot of people forget for the law of attraction, for the law of attraction to not work for them is they don't get into the feeling. Guys, remember, it's about the feeling. It's not only seeing yourself there, visualizing yourself and living that life, but it's about feeling as if you are visualizing that life. Like, close those eyes, visualize it, like pretend as if it's happening. And how would you feel like if it's happening? Even if that feeling can only last 3 seconds, that's fine. Keep practicing that feeling such that it lasts 5 seconds, such that it ends up lasting 12 more seconds, such that it lasts for multiple 40 seconds in a day, such that your subconscious mind or your body gets used to that feeling. The feeling is what attracts, is what makes the law of attraction work. So for you to have that desired reality, as from the previous step number 6 that I've just spoken about, and I said tune into your desired reality, visualize a place where you feel calm. The tip is, which can be used in multiple stressful settings, involves one preparation step. Spend time visualizing a place where you feel calm and bring in as many sensory elements as possible. For instance, sitting on a pedal board in warm, calm ocean water with the sun setting, walking in a bush and trees, being by yourself somewhere in a desert, being by yourself in a natural habitat, emfuleni, abanye abantu banokuya emfuleni, abanye bayothandaza emfuleni, kodwa abanye bayoswima, kodwa abanye nje bayozibhukudela noma bavele bangene emanzini bakhulume namadlozi wabo, bathandaze kuNkulunkulu, baconnecte ne-nature. Abanye abanjengami bahamba ngeenyawo, bahaga nezihlahla. We are all connecting with nature, guys. Nature, bana bakokhaya. Spend time visualizing a place where you feel calm. Bring in as many sensory elements as possible. As I've already said, sit on a pedal board in warm, calm ocean water. Go into the bush. Walk in trees. Excuse me. Conjure up your visualization whenever you need to recalibrate before launching into a challenging situation. It's extremely important, guys. Please connect with nature and visualize places that actually even make you better. Places that even electrify you, because you are electricity. So you have to bond with nature. Remember, when we plant seeds on the ground, they come in, there's minerals on the ground. So the ground is very fertile. There's minerals on the ground, and there's vitamins that make these seeds grow, these trees grow, these plants grow. These seeds end up bearing fruits in future. So the ground is extremely healthy. The trees are healthy. The trees are alive. That's a form of electricity. The ground is a form of electricity. That's why I encourage you to walk barefooted as often as you can when you get a chance, around the charit lagin, around where you stay, in your little garden, in the green grass, wherever it is. Just literally walk barefooted, hug trees, like I've always told you. And some of you guys think I am crazy, but connecting with nature is extremely important, guys, because you have to not only visualize the future, but rather visualize yourself connecting more with nature. Have you ever wondered why older people love retiring at their farms when they're older, or they buy farms and they just want to connect with livestock? They want to walk barefooted, balusi inkomo zabo, or they just want to, they don't want to be in the cities anymore. Why? Because the older you get, guys, when you're born, remember, you're from the ground, you're from the earth, you're from Mother Nature. And as you're living in your mom's womb, there's water here. That's water. It's one of the most important elements of nature. you're in the water, so you're coming from the ground. And as you get older and towards your dying years, your dying decades, as you're getting older and older, naturally the earth attracts you. That's why as you get older, as much as you get wiser, but you want to connect more with nature. You wanna go be at a farm. You wanna go and you want to go farm. You want to go do as natural, as many possible things as you can. It's a natural occurrence. It happens with the elderly. So do that as well as you're visualizing a future for yourself. Calm things to do and at an environment which, as much as it gives you success and happiness and joy and connection with God, love for your family, etc. But as you visualize those places, it has to be places or a future with nature in it. Because nature is what connects us more or even closer to God. So follow nature, guys. It's extremely important. Take a fail-forward approach. Don't worry or don't dwell into your failures. Don't mourn too much of your failures. Don't be consumed on that failure mindset and think you're a failure. Yes, it didn't work out. But dust yourself up and move on. You learn something from it. On to the next. Don't dwell too much on that negative thought, on that failure. Yes, it's not nice, but move on from it. Go do better things. You still have got a lot in you. You are capable of doing more. There's more where that came from. Seek out environments that embrace a fail-forward approach. The most extraordinary learning experiences come from being uncomfortable. Connect with friends, family, peers, groups, and work cultures that thrive on innovation. You won't cure the discomfort, but you will learn to better manage it. Hustlers, entrepreneurs, brothers and sisters out there, come on, let's fail forward. Failing, it doesn't mean that it hasn't worked out. You've just learned another way on how not to do it. And don't be scared to move on. Yes, some people will comment, some people will laugh at you. It's okay. Learn from it and move on. The quicker you move on, the better, instead of dwelling on that failure. Number 9, evaluate your risk tolerance. There are 2 ways to approach this. One way is to jump right into it and go all in. Like I went all in. I paused my music career. I paused my TV, my successes, my DJing career, and I went full in, even with my money, time, energy, emotions, and everything into my MoFire project. I did the same thing with my books. I went all in and I shared my story. I became vulnerable to all of you guys, to the world. I went all in. Because I do not have any other plan B to fall back to. I took all my investments and I threw them into this MoFire thing, to this MoFire vision with my partners. We went all in. My time, my energy, my everything, my ideas, my creativity, my thoughts, my everything, my future. All in, guys. Go all in. I know they always say have a plan B, and I understand that. And I used to say that also in the past. But as I've grown wiser, I've understood that if you're fully going in, you're giving your subconscious mind not even a chance that what I'm doing will fail. No. Go into the old videos of MoFire. Go to a hashtag on Instagram, hashtag MoFire or nothing. Go watch those old videos. How brash I was. How confident we were. How all in we went. How confident we were, speaking as if MoFire is that big already, even before it became as big as it is now. Now you've got a new generation that doesn't even know where the brand comes from, that even question if we really started it. It means we're doing a great job. Because for some of them, it's just unfathomable that these guys have created something so incredible. And they don't understand that the huge growth of the culture of entrepreneurship in South Africa, a huge reason for it is because of MoFire. Ask anybody for the past 10 years. You can't rewrite history, and you can't deny that. It's a fact. Go Google old MoFire videos, us selling it in the streets, us screaming MoFire, us signing up new clients, all these different cash and carries. And other people will say now we're lucky that Abo Pick and Pay, Abo Checkers, Abo Spy, and all these big cash and carries and all these clients that we have, like we're lucky that we're having them. No, we've been putting in work. A lot of them have been resisting us. A lot of them have been turning us down. A lot of them never believed in the beginning. But now it's a storm that you can't stop. It's a fire that you can't switch off. It just forever burns, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing because we failed forward. We've learned so many We've made so many mistakes and we've learned so many mistakes that we've made, so much so that we've been failing forward, that we just became better at this thing as we went into this thing. We're not really business people, but we saw ourselves as business people. We wrote business books. We made ourselves experts in entrepreneurship. We lived it. We went out there and we practiced it. We spoke about it. We dreamt it. We literally lived it. We inspired an entire generation. We have failed forward, and our failing forward has gotten us to where we are right now. Take inspirations by such companies like Abo Mofai and a whole lot of other incredible entrepreneurs, movers and shakers, creators, entrepreneurs, mavericks out there. Learn from as many of them as possible, how they've been able to be where they are. And it doesn't mean that they're enjoying success now because of what they post on their social media or Instagram. Guys, remember, running a business is solving problems every day. You've just come to grip with the fact that, you know what, I'll sacrifice my entire life to solve problems every day, to delegate well, to lead my team, to be a living testimony of what my leadership is about. Whether I'm a servant leader, I'm practicing servant leadership, I need to be a servant myself in my own life, how I'm leading my life as well, how I'm leading my family. Remember all of those things, guys. That's how you commit yourself into being a fail-forward leader that learns from their mistake. Number 9, evaluate your risk tolerance. Don't be like us. Us, we're too risky. We went all in. We're willing to risk it all. We actually risked it all. And it doesn't guarantee that you'll be like us or you'll succeed like us. You know, so you must be very calculative when you are risking. Yes, risk, but if you got already kids, you got homes, or you got a house, or you got kids, you got like a car, a wife, you married, there's so much to lose. So be very wise in how you risk. There are 2 ways to approach this one. One way is to jump right into it and go all in, just like I said, just like we did. The second way is to take small steps forward and ease into it before you decide which of the 2 approaches will best work for you. Begin by evaluating your risk tolerance. I think I've read this. Didn't I read this a few minutes ago? Now I might speak too much, but the more I give game, guys, the better. Why not? The more jewels I spit out there, the better. All right. Before you decide which of the 2 approaches will work best for you, begin by evaluating your risk tolerance, setting up support system, and understanding which of the 2 approaches will yield a higher level of stick-with-itness for you. And then the last one, number 10, acknowledge your fear. Often people get overwhelmed when stepping out of their comfort zone. So it's important for them to ensure they stay in the uncomfortable learning zone without pushing themselves into the terror zone. An actionable step is to first admit when you are afraid. Acknowledging fear immediately allows you to become fully present and focus on taking only the next few steps. And I'll throw in 2 more for a bonus, but these were 10. Make incremental, increasingly challenging changes. Start with small changes to build the confidence to step out of your comfort zone. For instance, if you're hesitant, speak up in meetings at work. Try sharing one idea or question in your next meeting. Speak more. Don't always keep quiet in those work meetings, even though you're still new, even though you're still a junior, even though you're still learning, even though it's more important to listen than speak. But if you've got something to say, at least be vocal about what you think. Let them know that you are fully involved, you're committed in those projects, you are learning. Sometimes if you make mistakes, don't be afraid to ask questions. You're not going to look like an idiot. Raise your hand, ask those questions with respect. Arm yourself with that knowledge. Learn, learn, learn. So later, as you keep on learning, that learning can earn you a lot of money. For instance, if you're hesitant to speak up in meetings at work, try sharing one idea or question in your next meeting. In a more personal context, you can try taking a class or pick up a new hobby, learn piano lessons, go to dance classes, learn to drive if you haven't maybe driven. Maybe you're still only 17. You're only going to get your license, I don't know, when you're 18, or the age has gone down now, maybe 16, depending on whatever country you're in. But maybe you just want to start learning to drive. Maybe you want to learn to drive a helicopter. You know, you want to maybe go face your fears, do skydiving, bungee jumping, riding a horse, riding a camel, playing soccer, learning hockey, learning cricket, learning netball, learning to sing, going for singing classes, acting classes. Learn a new hobby, Bantwana Basekai. Train your fearless muscle. Coming out of a comfort zone is always scary. The only way to become good at it is to do it often. Guys, fear doesn't exist. Believe in yourself, Bantwana Basekaya. Find a role model to emulate that you follow on social media. I know a lot of you follow me and I appreciate you. And I'm glad that over the years in my life, I've been able to teach you a thing or two for you to go better your own life. Remember what you want to achieve. Always, guys, don't lose what is at hand, the goal at hand. Don't be distracted by all of the nonsense that keeps trending on social media. Partner with someone to learn a new skill. Look for a new community of other people that are like-minded as you, that are doing similar work as you, that are more passionate or practicing a similar passion as you. Engage in gradual exposure activities. Make your objective worthy of your discomfort. Guys, I'm going to put the link of this article in the description. It's from Forbes.com. I think it's a great article. Guys, fear doesn't exist. Go for your dreams. Believe in yourself. Believe in God. Hope for a better tomorrow. But most importantly, ACT. Act. Because action changes things. Danko!